Everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our IVC Honors Program presentation for our Spotlight Week this week. We're so happy to have you here. My name is Emily Liu. I am a professor of English at IVC, and I'm also the coordinator of the Honors Program. So I'm really happy to be here to tell you about the benefits of the program. What we're going to talk about are all of our academic benefits that we provide to students, the community, and the college, within a college aspect that we provide to students at IVC, and the transfer benefits that many students in our program are able to take advantage of. And then at the end, we will talk about how students can apply to be part of the program. You can type in questions into the Q&A, and I will likely address them at the end of our presentation today. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will address them at the end of the presentation. All right. Okay, so the cornerstone of the honors program at IVC is definitely our academic excellence. And so the core of our program is the honors courses that we offer. So we offer more than 55 honors courses in a variety of disciplines across the entire campus. And once students are in the program, they commit to taking 15 units of honors coursework. So just for context, 60 units is what is required for a student to come to IVC and to transfer to a UC or to a Cal State. And then 15 of those units would be honors designated courses that students would take. They can fulfill those 15 honors units, usually with 5 classes of 3 units or possibly 4 units. Or sometimes students, if they take heavier unit courses like calculus or writing or a foreign language course, they may be able to satisfy the 15 honors units using 4 honors courses. But we offer honors courses across the campus. For example, we have honors marine biology, film studies. I think, uh-oh. Okay, give me one moment. I think that the slides just went down. So please give us one moment while we manage our technical difficulties. Let me try this again. Okay, sorry about that. So we offer honors courses across campus, and these are honors versions of courses that students might need to take anyway to satisfy requirements for their major or for transfer or for sort of general education requirements. So we have film studies, we have music history honors, we have chemistry honors, many bio courses, economics. And so students can choose what they would like to take in terms of their honors coursework. And basically what distinguishes an honors course from a non-honors course is our honors enrichments. So each honors course has a kind of designated enrichment that allows students to take a deeper dive into the content that they're learning. So for managerial accounting honors, for example, we often have students kind of creating a company, and then they'll create a year's worth of cash flows for that company. Or a group of students in an honors managerial accounting class might select 2 to 3 publicly traded companies and then analyze their financial statements and then present that to the class. And so a lot of the honors enrichments are hands-on and more involved. Many honors courses are enriched with sort of like research components. And so in my honors writing course, I'm actually walking students through the process of writing a scholarly article where they might do some sort of original research project that they can then be prepared to present at a research conference or prepare for publication. And so, with this heavy emphasis on research, we also provide our students with library privileges at UC Irvine and at UCLA. And this kind of deeper dive into the academic content prepares students really well for their upper division coursework. So I talk to students all the time who go on from the IVC honors program and transfer to UCLA and Berkeley. And they say that their honors courses prepare them really well for the upper division coursework that they take on after they transfer. A key feature of our honors classes is that they're smaller seminar style classes. So they range in size from 15 to 22 students, which is so much smaller than than most courses that students would be taking at a UC. Just today, I had coffee with one of my former students who transferred to UC Irvine, and she said that even her upper division bio courses are 200, 400 students, which are huge. And then even then, with these large lectures, she says within a 10-week quarter, she would have like 3 professors teaching this one class so that she doesn't really get to know her professors. But at IVC, our smaller seminar style classes really allow students in the honors classes to get to know each other really well. They're in this cohort of other highly motivated students, which really raises the bar for everybody. They share opportunities with one another. They help each other out with their coursework. They form study groups, and it's a really supportive community environment as opposed to being a really competitive one. And the smaller class size also allows students to get to know their faculty really well. So the student that I met with today, I was just so happy to see her. She just recently transferred to UC Irvine, majoring in biology, and she emailed me saying, "My classes got shifted online for the day. I'd love to come see you and catch up." And so I was just so happy that she wanted to spend her day off of in-person classes visiting me. So I think that just speaks to the kind of relationship that our honor students in the IVC honors program are able to develop with the faculty that they get to know really well because they're in such small classes with them. Honors program students get priority registration for classes. The way that priority registration works at IVC is there's a registration period. So students can start registering on certain days of the registration period. So the first day is reserved for foster youth, veterans, disabled students, programs and services. And then day 2 of the registration period is reserved for honors program students. So that means that when honors students register for classes, they really get their pick of all of the classes that they want at IVC. Each time a student completes an honors course, they do get recognition on their transcript. And then once they complete the 15 honors units, they do get an annotation on their IVC transcript that shows that they have completed honors program requirements. And then finally, they get a nice honors medallion to wear at our honors ceremony at the end of the year when they're graduating and at our IBC commencement. The photo there that I have is for my writing course where the students are doing a logical fallacies escape room, which is super fun. They kind of get locked into this room and they have to solve these clues to get out of the room. And that's a great example of a kind of enrichment activity that I can do with a small class of 15 that I could never do with a full-size non-honors writing class. So I spoke about research. Honors courses are really heavily enriched with research opportunities, and IVC has a stellar reputation for supporting students who are doing undergraduate research at the beginning of their college career. So this kind of can be projects that start in honors classes that students are taking that they kind of develop further into research that they present at other at conferences. But it can also be independent projects that are mentored by faculty at IVC. And so students grow tremendously from just learning to understand what it means to kind of formulate a research question, go about determining the appropriate discipline methodology to pursue that research question, and then kind of, contribute to a larger scholarly conversation. And they grow so much as like problem solvers and critical thinkers and communicators when they have to convey these complex ideas to a larger audience of scholars. And so our students have been really successful in winning awards and scholarships at local, regional, and statewide conferences every year. So the picture here is a group of students that I took with me to an annual research conference at Stanford University just this past May 2024. Oops. It's called the Bay Honors Symposium, and it purports to feature the best of the year's research at California community colleges. And so across the 33 community colleges that participated in this statewide conference, 29% of the projects that were presented at this conference were from IVC. We had more than twice as many research projects than any other community college in the state. And I think that really speaks to the high quality of not only the students that we have at IVC, but also the support that they're getting to take on this really high level research at the undergraduate level. So I had actually like other honors directors across the state coming up to me saying, "Oh, you're from IVC. How did you get so many students accepted to this really prestigious conference?" And then their follow-up question was invariably, "How did you get the support to bring up this many students to travel?" We do cover students' airfare, lodging, meals, and transportation to go. So that it's really extraordinary that we're able to support so many students and in these amazing opportunities to present undergraduate research. And then that sets them up really well to apply for jobs at research labs or centers after they transfer. So yes, about a third of the projects that were presented at this symposium were from IVC students. We were all over the program. And then we were even 70% of the award finalists that were named. So we have an incredibly strong reputation for undergraduate research across the state, which I think speaks to the high level of like scholarly preparation that our students are getting in our program. Okay, so in addition to the academics, we like to think of ourselves as thriving as a kind of community at IVC. We like to consider ourselves kind of a college within a college. And so because we are able to bring students together in cohorts in our honors classes, they get to know each other really well. And so students form really great bonds with one another because they get to know each other really well. I actually um, keep in touch with the student who graduated from the IVC honors program, transferred to UC Irvine, and then now is in her third year at the UCI Medical School. And she told me that she recently attended a wedding of two students who were in the honors program, who met while they were at IVC in the honors program. They actually met in the honors lounge, which you see in the picture on the right. And at the wedding, there was an IVC honors program table. So students definitely form lasting bonds with one another. They often transfer and then they become roommates together at their transfer institution. So they make lifelong friendships in what is a really formative time, I think, in their college careers. And then they also develop great mentoring relationships with their honors professors. So I keep in touch with many of my former students who have gone on to do amazing things. I recently met with one of my students who is at Harvard Law School now and took two writing classes with me, while at IVC, and then UCLA, and now he's at Harvard Law. I know an accounting professor who regularly brings back IVC alum who have transferred on to other places to speak to his current honors program students. And so there's a really strong network where we try to provide support among students and for students. And then part of our community is we provide many leadership opportunities. We have an honors program student council that's comprised of 4 different teams that are each responsible for different things. One puts on social events, like the event on the right is a fall pumpkin decorating soiree, which our events team just put on this fall. We have a newsletter team that creates a newsletter from its staff of writers. For the honors community, we have a peer mentor team that pairs continuing honors program students with new honors students. And then we have a research opportunities team where seasoned researchers provide support to students who are starting out doing research. And so there's lots of leadership opportunities that students can really step into and grow their soft skills, their communication skills, professional skills. We offer honor scholarships to honors program students, and then we have various social and cultural activities and field trips that we offer to honor students. And then I did mention the Honors Lounge, which is not just a place where people meet their future partners, but it's just a really great place for students to study and find a community on campus where they can feel comfortable forming social bonds or getting support academically, or just kind of having a space where they can be together, which is really special. Okay, so I want to talk about our transfer benefits. Okay, so I will talk briefly about TAG. I know that for IVC Spotlight Week, there was a session on transfer yesterday. And so if you were there, you probably heard about TAG, or you might know about it. And then I will talk about transfer agreements that are specifically for our honors program students. So TAG is the UC Transfer Admission Guarantee. So basically, if students fulfill certain requirements, they complete a certain number of units and maintain a certain GPA, in most cases it's a 3.4, students can get guaranteed admission to transfer to one of 6 UC campuses. It does exclude Berkeley and LA and San Diego, but it does include Irvine, which is a really popular choice for many people in our local area. So students can come to IVC and then get guaranteed admission to UC Irvine. And it applies to most majors. It does exclude dance, art, music, nursing, and then business administration and computer science. So that's TAG, which a lot of our students do take advantage of, in addition to these other agreements that are available just for our IVC honors students. So our agreement with UC Irvine is called Honors to Honors. And if students are in our honors program and they are on track to complete honors program requirements, which is those 15 units of honors coursework, and they fulfill all of their transfer and their major requirements, and they have a 3.7 or higher UC transferable GPA. Our honor students get priority consideration for admission for all majors except dance, art, music, and nursing. So the priority consideration does apply to business administration and to computer science, which are excluded by the TAG agreement, as I just mentioned. And so basically, UC Irvine sees a student's participation in the honors program as evidence of their ability to take on enhanced coursework, rigorous coursework, and then to excel after transfer. Students in our who are certified for honors to honors are invited to join the UC Irvine campus-wide honors collegium. The student that I met with today and I had coffee with said that she received priority registration through the campus-wide honors program at UCI. She also received a Regent Scholarship to UCI, which students in our Honors to Honors program get special consideration for, which has been wonderful because it can be really difficult for students to enroll in courses at the UC. I've heard that directly from students who students who take my writing class in the summer, and they attend other schools like UC Berkeley, and they say I wasn't able to get into my classes that I needed. And so if students do honors at IVC, honors to honors at UC Irvine, they get a pretty nice experience where they can get priority registration for all 4 years. Okay, we have an agreement with UCLA. It's called the Transfer Alliance Program, which we call TAP. So it has similar requirements to UCI Honors to Honors, but a lower GPA requirement. So if students complete honors program requirements, transfer and major requirements, and they have a 3.5 UC transferable GPA, they will get priority consideration for admission to majors within the College of Letters and Science, which is most majors at UCLA. And then also the public affairs bachelor's degree, which is within the School of Public Affairs, and the education and social transformation major, which is in the School of Education. So if students have a major that falls within those parameters, they receive priority consideration for admission to UCLA. Technically, the agreement excludes majors within the School of Nursing, Theater, Film, and Television, Applied Science and Engineering, Public Affairs. However, if there was a computer science student or an engineering student who had that as their primary major, if they declare an alternate major within the College of Letters and Science, then they can still get TAP consideration for admission to UCLA. Okay, so that's actually a benefit of TAP, is that students can declare a first choice major and an alternate major. How it works is that they are first considered for their first choice major, which could be, say, biology. And then if they are not accepted to UCLA for their first choice major, then they are considered for admission for their alternate major, provided that they've satisfied the prereqs for that major. And so it's like a second chance of getting into UCLA. And then our students also receive an invitation to apply for TAP scholarships. So if we break it down in terms of the data that UCLA provides us, so we can compare it to the admission rate for first year applicants. So students applying right out of high school to UCLA have been getting into UCLA at a rate of 9 to 11%. It does seem like it's getting lower and lower every year. It seems like it's creeping down a percentage every year. Our IVC honors TAP certified students are getting into UCLA at a rate of 70 to 82%. So it's a much higher chances of getting into UCLA. And that actually also holds true for our students who are TAP certified and applying to the UCLA School of Engineering. So this year for fall 2024 admission, students who applied straight out of high school to the UCLA School of Engineering got into UCLA at a rate of 3 to 10%. 3% is for computer science, and the 10%, which is the highest admission rate to the UCLA School of Engineering, is for electrical engineering. But our honor students who were TAP certified for engineering and or computer science as their primary major and indicated an alternate major within the College of Letters and Science have been getting into UCLA at a rate of 55 to 89%. And they're getting in for their primary major. It's not that they're getting accepted for their alternate major. And so just being in the honors program is shown to help students get accepted to UCLA. Okay. Oop. So we also have transfer agreements with other colleges and universities through the Honors Transfer Council of California. With the Cal States, it works more as an honors to honors. So because the Cal States are kind of um, obligated to serve their local communities, our transfer agreement doesn't impact admission. But if students successfully complete our honors program, they do get automatic admission to the honors program at the Cal State that they commit to attending after they're admitted. And then we have transfer agreements with other institutions, both private and out of state. The most popular ones tend to be Williams and Amherst, which are the little Ivies, as they're called. We had two of our students accepted, both of our applicants to Amherst College were accepted this past year. We're flown out for like a nice, tour of the campus. Pomona College is also one of our more popular schools in Pitzer and Scripps, but Yale is definitely by far our most popular transfer agreement that we have. That's a new one, and so we've only had the Yale agreement for 1 year. And we did have one student accepted to Yale from the IVC honors program this past year, who's starting there now this fall semester. And I would say on the whole, if you come to IVC, definitely participating in the honors program can distinguish you for any school that you apply to. We don't have agreements with other Ivy League schools, but we do have students getting into Cornell and Columbia, NYU, Princeton, Vanderbilt, UPenn, and UMichigan. So our students are definitely being distinguished through their participation in the honors program and showing that they're capable of taking on this enhanced coursework. Okay, so I want to talk about how students can apply to the IVC honors program. It is primarily a program for students who have completed their high school careers and have like matriculated to IVC. So it's not specifically for dual enrollment students who are still in high school. So the first step is to apply to IVC for admission and then matriculate, which for us, for fall 2025 applicants, is available beginning on February 1st. Those are the first things that students need to do. So apply to IVC, matriculate, and then determine eligibility, which for us is defined as a high school GPA of a 3.25 or higher. This is unweighted academic coursework, and that's just sort of the minimum requirement to apply to the honors program. And then you would apply to the honors program. So our honors program application is online at our website. If you're a high school senior now, then you would apply, matriculate. Matriculation is available beginning February 1st. And if you know you're going to be at IVC for the fall, you definitely want to start getting priority registration for the fall semester. And so you would submit your application by April 1st so that you can begin receiving priority registration with your first fall semester. But we do accept applications all year. So if students don't qualify now, if they don't have the required GPA of a 3.25 in unweighted academic coursework, they can apply later. So for example, if a student after spring semester of their senior year has a 3.25 or higher, then they can apply the summer after their high school graduation or even after coming to IVC. You would just apply with your final high school transcript. But if you don't have the 3.25, then you could still come to IVC, take 12 units of UC transferable coursework and earn a 3.25 or higher, and then apply after you've earned that GPA. We do suggest that students apply to the honors program as soon as they're eligible, because students in the honors program do commit to taking those 15 units of honors coursework. So we encourage students to join earlier and then start chipping away at those 15 honors units as soon as they can. But all honors courses are technically open enrollment. So even if a student isn't eligible to apply to the program just yet, if there's space available in an honors class, students can enroll in that honors class, and any honors course completed for a letter grade before students actually are admitted to the program do apply towards those 15 units of honors coursework that are required for completion. And then there's 4 components of our application. There's the application form. Students submit unofficial copies of their transcripts. If they've completed any college coursework, they also submit unofficial transcripts for any college coursework completed. And then we ask for 3 items of academic work that demonstrate students' academic potential. So this should be work that students have done individually, not part of a group, but it could be a writing sample, a lab report, a test that you did well on that you're really proud of, a presentation that you created perhaps. So the portfolio items, I'm not grading. I don't need to do more grading, but it's just an opportunity for students to be able to show their strengths to us. And it was initially intended as a replacement for our letter of recommendation, which we had. So it's sort of a way for students to show off their strengths rather than relying on somebody else to speak to their strengths for them. And then finally, a personal essay that responds to this prompt. What are you looking for in your college experience? How will the IVC honors program help you achieve your goals? And then how long will you be a part of the program before you transfer, and what will you contribute during your time in the community? So that's the essay that we ask for. My advice is to answer it authentically and let us get to know you, as opposed to just spewing out the benefits that you can find on our website. Yeah, that is the application, essentially. I'm going to end my presentation there. I know that there are questions in the Q&A that for some reason I'm not able to access. So I'm going to see if Denise or Lisa, are you able to help me? Okay, all right. Yes, yes, I will get to the Q&A. Thank you all so much for attending our presentation. If you have any questions about the honors program, please feel free to email us at honorsprogram@ivc.edu, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you all so much for coming. Tomorrow night for IVC Spotlight Week, we have dual enrollment being featured, and so that'll be the same time, 4:30, with the same link. But thank you all so much for coming, and thank you for your interest in the honors program.